An oldie but a goodie. I have a feeling the main man himself, Tony, might feature in Bellew of the Week for episode 425. Let's play us in with a bit of Anthony, shall we indeed?
You in this boxing salon, whatever you're called, right? You see you must be the most bored man on planet Earth, because what you do is you sit and talk about what the fuck I do. Remember this, right? What you talk about, I do. I do it. You talk about it, I do it. So that gives me the right to say whatever I want about what I do. It doesn't give you the right because you don't do it. Now, if you show me a video of you doing it and doing it at the level I do it at, then maybe you can have a say. But remember this, I fight, you watch. It's that simple. That's all it's about. I fight, you watch. No one gives a shit about what you say or what you do, but they give a shit about me because I fight. I don't watch. Simple as that. Your podcast isn't worth a carrot. I don't give a shit what you say, what you do. If you've got something to say to me, I'm not hard to find. I'm usually on the front row at boxing events. Come and say hello, or come and say to me what you'd say to me on your daft podcast. But remember this, I get more views with a fart than what you get with a 2-hour podcast. On that
note... 2-hour podcasts, those are a thing of the past.
such a hateful individual.
See, I was hosting...
He told a lot of truth there, guys, because he's definitely not hard to find. For fucking sure. How are you, Tony? You're not hard to find. What are you doing this week, baby? He's up for something anyway this week.
See, when he starts talking about politics or the death penalty or anything like COVID and that line about about how he does it and you watch, so it doesn't give you the right to say or talk about anything, so to speak. That's what should be sent back to him when he starts fucking... Remember he was talking about that guy, Carrius, that played for Liverpool and goals. He should retire, mate. He should retire, He's like, fucking hell.
It doesn't make any sense. You if you don't, you watch, you must be the most boring man on earth for watching boxing.
Thinks he's the only fucking fighter in boxing or something. I'm the only one that watches, mate. Not you with your fucking 2-hour podcast that all you do is talk about Tony Bellew. Do it on my own time, mate. I do it on my own time, mate. What a
he wishes he had our stamina.
He listens anyway. So how are you, Tony? How's things with you?
Anthony.
Well, dude. I know you're fucking trying to keep out of the... Bellew of the Week for me. Let's set this off correctly. Bellew of the Week for me. I made a plea last week after reading excerpts from Bellew's book to try and find the guy who said that he lit Tony Bellew up in his first pro fight, because after that everybody knows you'll never see him in a ring again, mates. If I lose now, Tony Bellew. So anyway, I reached out to the listeners to try and find me this Rob Beach character, and Joel Thackeray came through in the clutch, secured his mobile number for me. I okayed it with the capo, Steve Wellings, because I don't want to be, throwing the workload on Steve, having to fucking have him arrange interviews and that. It's tough work, this podcasting business. You don't know because you listen and we do it, okay? So you're listening and we do it. You don't have any idea of the stress and strain of running a weekly podcast.
2.5 hours a week as well. Sometimes
tension with your missus and all. As Joe Joyce says, not Joe Joyce, the fucking, because he doesn't say much, the fighter, the great bare knuckle fighter said, I don't like staying away from my woman's arse. I love my woman. I have a gorgeous woman and I don't like staying away from her arse, but I stay away from her arse for 2.5 hours every fucking Sunday night trying to track down Rob Beach. So Joe Thackeray says he's up for it, mate. I said, well, look, I'll reach out to him. Tell him I'm going to send Steve his number. Steve will call him. He said, no, look, you reach out to him. So I did reach out to him, and he left me on red like some kind of desperado. I said, it's Rob from the Box Asylum. Do you want to come on, talk about the fucking Tony Bellew thing? Blanked me. Him blanking me, Rob Beach. So listen, he's wanting to have a pull and a push around with Tony Bellew on the covers.
What the fuck does he think he is?
Yeah, turn it down with me. This is the fucking... You got to take the opportunity knocks, baby. You got to come in. We're trying to make this fucking fight on Thriller. You and Tony, who will be very difficult to coax back out into the public eye, by the way.
No, it's not going to be on Triller. It's going to be an Inferno Twig original.
Exactly. Don't get me started on that fella, by the way. Anyway, let me I'll tell you after the fucking show. So, anyway, the long story short is Rob Beach didn't make it tonight, and that would be the last pursuit of him in this fucking saga. Because it just goes to show you what I get for trying to do stuff for you fucking assholes who be in the comments going, oh, please do it on your own time. Don't talk about fucking Andy's a dickhead. Rob is a dickhead. Go and fuck yourselves, all of you. I tried my best that I couldn't make it happen. Sorry, Steve. Over to you, dude.
So is he coming on or not?
I think that's him now.
Rob, how you doing?
He's in Jason Chahal's fucking basement.
Oh, he's been frustrated.
Oh dear. Yeah, I just got your nomination, Rob, so I shall put that into the list as quickly as I can. First nomination up here was sent to me by, I think it was Aaron Beach who sent this in, actually. For Hayes Travel Doncaster, on the ball as always, Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. Keep your eyes peeled. The date is set. The venue is booked. On sale soon. 14th of August, Saudi Arabia. This is the biggest fight in British boxing history. Have you registered your interest, Andy?
What was the venue? A fucking sand dune in the desert somewhere. Jesus Christ.
Oh, get booked up with the boys, why don't you? Hayes Travel. Martin Hurries nominated Charlie Zelenoff, stalking Kim Kardashian. What the fuck? Kim Kardashian getting protection from a alleged stalker, according to TMZ.
Charlie Zell is aiming for the fucking top, baby. Does she not know who he is? As Jay-Z said on the latest DMX album, come and be my Kardashian, queen of the come-up. Well, the come-up was there, baby. You had Charlie Zelenoff 89-0, and you could have fucking, what are you off for some preacher now? You could have upgraded from Yeezy to fucking Charlie ZZ, baby.
The thing is, she could go out and hire Wilder for protection, but then Charlie Z took his best right hand as well. So he's,
that's what I said. Fucking who put up a better fight, Dominic Breazeale or Charlie Zelenoff against fucking Wilder? Like, I think fucking Zelenoff has a lot better performances than most of Wilder's before.
Well, I mean, she's fucked Kanye, so if she wants to climb the ladder, she'll fuck the trailer park champion.
That's what I'm saying. She's missing out. What the fuck? Protection. You need to embrace that. Charlie Zell, baby. And don't worry, if he comes to try and hit you, he'll probably miss anyway. So don't worry about that.
She doesn't realize this chance only comes around once or twice in a lifetime.
What he needs. Fuck the security. What he needs is fucking Mayweather Senior in there to fucking handle Charlie Zelenoff. He's the only man with the remedy for Charlie Z, baby.
Do you think
Put me out of the gym, motherfucker?
Do you think a dude with sarcoidosis can bang pretty well? I don't know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Did you not see that sparring session, Floyd Mayweather Senior versus Charlie Zelenoff? That's a YouTube classic. You gotta dig that one up, man.
But she'd have to be on top because all he did was sit in the pocket.
I don't know, but judging on her past performances on pay-per-view, it's not great. No. It's not great. She needs more activity. I'll be honest with you. I prefer open off. Anyway, sorry, Steve. Go ahead, man.
No, you're okay. You're okay.
But the thing is, fucking he almost knocked two Wilder with that right hand. Charlie Z took it like a boss.
Yeah, who
bag on the chin. Bag on the chin.
Go on, Don.
Who was that other guy that basically took a dive against Wilder? He was like some heavyweight. He was undefeated. He was a black guy. He was like really slick.
It wasn't Malik Scott because he wasn't undefeated at the time. But people to say that Malik took a dive. Yeah. But Malik's training him now. It's
yeah, but I was gonna say Zelenoff took that right hand better than Malik Scott did because Malik Scott never.
It was a left hook. It was a left hook that Malik Scott took, wasn't it? Or supposedly took, allegedly.
It was to the temple, you dick.
Hold on. Breaking news. Breaking news. Ames, you motherfucker. Ames is after wiping. He's after pulling a Bob Arum on us and an Uncle Al Heyman on us. He's after alluding to the fact there that he has poached Rob Beach for an interview on Boxing News TV alongside Tony Bellew. I don't know how he pulled that one off, but it was just some kind of miracle worker to get Tony Bellew in. But he has fucking alluded to the fact that he has fucking poached Rob Beach from the boxing asylum. Ames, you're about to be disbanded or exiled.
I'm gonna get a big bad Ben to issue a fat wow on him now. Actually,
Ames has to block himself.
Aimed at the head. And fucking
taking aims at the asylum.
Fucking hell.
Here we go, boys. Next one here. Terry Dooley was talking about when Fury knocks out Wilder again, a lot of people are going to have to accept that fights aren't won based on who looks the most aesthetically pleasing, blah, blah, blah. Tom Gray says Calzaghe against Lacey, Fury Klitschko, Fury Wilder, Bellew, Hay. This is where it gets interesting, folks. Terry Hall said, Hay was a shell of the fighter he was when fighting Bellew. Then Tony, the man himself, jumps in and says, funny, no one said this after he blasted 2 unbeaten heavyweights a few months before me. Well, no one apart from Tony himself, Bellew, 33, told Sky Sports News on Sunday, the last 2 guys he has fought, Mark Demori and Arnold Gergely, are a joke. One was called the Cobra, he should have been called the Worm, and the other fella was an internet training boxer.
Ding, 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 ding. We have the fucking weekly winner. Tony, how you doing, baby?
And then I sent him that Daily Mail article that David Hay was there in Germany, seen the specialist about his ankle. Anthony, sorry.
See, when he read that out to Rita Ora, she was really pissed off, and I was like, "Oh, you beat that fucking thing."
We got it. We have to call him. We have to call him Tony. He says Tony. It's Tony on his fucking Twitter account. I mean, if he wants to be fucking Elliot Page, change your name to fucking Elliot Page. What the fuck?
Go on, Don.
That reminds me of like when Tim Russert, God rest his soul, used to interview people on Sunday morning, and he'd ask them a question, and then they would get the answer that he expected, and then he would put up a quote on the board and be like, "What do you think of this quote? Because you said this." You know?
Hey, Steve, Donnie took the esoteric comment this week.
Yes. 1 star, that awful American, Matty.
Sorry, Andy, could you just jump in here?
Role.
Andy, bro, could you just jump in here and make sure that we address Tony by his proper name? Because I know some of the listeners.
Yeah, they get me a bit upset, mate, about that. Actually, I get DMs galore and that wishing death on me for even interrupting people these days.
Fatwas left, right, on centre on Patterson. He's only trying to honour Anthony's wishes by calling him his real name, mates.
He's given them.
He's like
Salman
Rushdie.
Well, they have a lot in common, actually. They're both in exile and they've both written bestsellers. So,
and both requesting SS protection.
Easier to track Salmon down than Tony. Loads of people sent that in to me, by the way. Vincenzo Pecci was one of them. So was Jay. Thank you to everybody who sent that in. Dominic Henry, who's knocking about on the panel, nominated Gary Young. Young wasn't impressed with Josh Taylor's unification win. He clinched all night and unified a weak division. Also, nobody outside Edinburgh knows or cares about him. Literally mention his name and people say, who? He hasn't beat a single elite fighter. Yeah. That's that one. Michael Hunter has been having a row with the Sarahlands. Great main event. Welcome to the undercard, Michael, the Mountie Mouse Hunter, says Callie. Lay off the cocaine, pal, says Michael. Callie then returned and says, there's only one of us who ain't passing a doping test. You might run from the needle too. # animal victim. Boxing 420 nominated him for that. Ooh.
Oh, Callie's came back fucking staunch and hard there, by the way. That's a great counter combination he's come back with there.
A lovely job. Total Crime is on the case here. He says, congratulations to Josh Taylor, boxer, on a superb performance against Ramirez. But what's with the DK on your shorts? A nod to alleged cartel boss Daniel Kinahan, who is heavily involved behind the scenes. Tell you what, Total Crime's on the ball here. He was wrong. It's in fact a reference to Josh Taylor's new sponsors, Doner Kebab.
God damn it.
Yeah, but look at there and it's Steve. You got to read between the lines.
I was hoping he was a Dead Kennedys fan.
Like Dirk Cout. Big Dirk Cout fan.
Danny Kenny. Dunks has been tweeting Eddie. So, Eddie, when do you get to see Ebony Bridges fight again? She gave a masterclass in promotion and put on one hell of a fight. These are the fights and build-up we want to see. Can it be soon? Box Hard Podcast, not impressed, has nominated Dunks for that one.
Gareth A. Davies agrees.
Gareth A. Davies agrees.
When we get to Porky, come on.
We're getting there. Oh, I do. Yeah. There's a lot, so just hold tight, sir. Hold tight. Dominic Henry has nominated Clarissa the Goat Shields, welcoming Josh Taylor to the club. Welcome the undisputed club, Josh Taylor. Congrats, says the Goat. Welcoming him in there. Gavin Stevens has nominated Mama Said Knock You Out. Povetkin takes U6 head off. Declan Byrne has nominated Martin Bryan Answer. Too bad Eddie Hearn can't run everything in boxing like Dana White has UFC. Too many people just in it for the money. Only Hearn helps the sport.
Charitable Eddie Hearn. Not many people talk about his charity work. You know what I mean? They don't fuck.
Is that his $5,000 tax write-offs now you're talking about me there, right?
I tell you what, right? Genuinely,
all the tickets that he gave for the NHS stuff after COVID.
That's true. That's true. But I tell you what, right? I actually genuinely felt for him a little bit in the last couple of weeks. He's felt very sad, man, in his interviews with MJP and Boxing Socials and Coogan. You know, they just didn't do enough on the other side, and he just took their word. Honourable gentleman who never did anything wrong to anybody, and he's got and some people are celebrating the fact that the fight's not on. What kind of fucking sickos are you? He wanted to deliver the biggest fight in boxing, and evil old Bob Arum and evil old Frank Warren and evil old Al Heyman took that dream away from him. So I did feel sorry for Eddie.
Eddie always wants the best for boxing. He wants all the promoters to be doing well, but he wants them to be kind of pushing him to do better. He wants the big fights to happen. Paul's never makes any big fights. He hates all his fucking promoters. And he said that Wilder Fury, the first fight would never happen, by the way.
Could you? We never talked about this, but could you imagine? Could you imagine his face when he got the news that the arbitration had ruled in favor of Wilder? There was just tears just streaming down them fucking white linen shirts that he's trying to wear around Canelo, just fucking drowning in bathing in tears like Ryan Garcia.
When I heard him say that, right, he said to himself, he said that he spoke to Bob Arum on the phone, and he had never heard Bob Arum sound so deflated. I'm saying to myself, Bob's probably stoned as a motherfucker, actually kind of going in the back of the phone, get it up, you English wanker. Right, that's probably what he's fucking doing, but just kind of like put it on for Eddie. Eddie, I'm so fucking gutted here, mate. You know, they're homosexuals. I thought the fight was made. You know?
I imagine that when he found out that the arbitration went through, that it probably looked like the scene at the end of The Devil's Advocate when Keanu Reeves iced himself and Al Pacino freaked out.
Well, just putting it into perspective, he said that Tyson Fury's got to be mad because he's lost $60 million, right? Well, if he's at 15% with that, Joshua, he's lost about $9 million himself. So I just wonder how fucking drenched in tears those fucking linen shirts were. Even Ed, sorry, man. I feel bad for you, dude.
And for the person who was the original tweeter there, just remember, if it hasn't reached the uvula, you haven't done a good job.
And just remember as well.
Follow that, Sandy. Follow that.
I'll do my best. I'll do my best. But remember, Eddie just released his accounts this week, or the accounts got released, and I found out as well that he pays himself £750,000 per year. So
worth every fucking penny.
Exactly.
Worth every penny.
There he is, crying like a little bitch.
Oh, bitch.
Crying like a little bitch.
The Bob Fire is just
you still got Canelo, man. You still got Canelo, so there's baby.
Yeah, it wasn't since like 20 minutes ago that I realized we lost Gabe. Like he just like disappeared.
I know, man. I texted him. I think he took a personal when I fucking told him to hurry up there. I texted him to make sure he's okay. Haven't heard anything back. He's out in the back. He's out in the back now, popping rabbits like nobody's business, like motherfucking Rob Kelly.
Rattlesnakes with no heads crawling about.
He had to take a trip down to the basement. It puts the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
Fucking Nonito won at the weekend, and I finished him on the pod. That was enough for him, man. He's outside banging fucking bang bang. He's like on the foot out in the back garden.
Another outbreak of Asian hate, this time in Texas.
Fucking hell, Jesus Christ!
Gabe went down to tend to the gimp.
Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead. Andy has nominated, along with Danny Young, Jamie Moore. I fancy Jack Catchell's chances versus Josh Taylor, says Jamie Moore. Good to know, Andy. Good to know.
He must be the only person there, I'll tell you that.
Oh, dear. The Motor City Cobras nominated Mr. D. I'd sooner pay £25 for AJ versus White than AJ versus Usyk any day of the week. Forget the belts now. Too many politics. Just let the best fight the best.
Wow.
Oh, my word. Some crackers this week. Luke Campbell has announced that Daniel Dubois is joining the gym. Might not be the biggest puncher in the gym now, says Luke Campbell. Mike Thompson is nominated for that one. A gym with Lawrence Okoli not about as well. I don't think he was the biggest puncher in his household, was he? Ahmed has nominated Boxing Beats and Rhymes. Yeah, I said it. Nick Webb will give you Sick Life and Death. Yeah, I said it. Here's a good one from Tim Boxeo. Tim Boxeo says, my friend Julius tells me the ring announcer said from Austria and now living in the United States, being a supermarket cashier, Sarah Bellotti. That's one way of introducing poor Miss Bellotti.
She's going to bing, bing, bing. Diana Garcia's head off. By the way, what are they doing with the fucking masks on in the fucking promo picture? You can't get them to take the masks off for a fucking photograph. What kind of fucking stringent COVID laws are going on in this poster?
It's for essential workers everywhere, Rob.
Well, at least they can sexual because Jade can't.
It's not even like they were photographed together. I mean, that's clearly like they were photographed separately.
Yeah, Photoshop.
Yeah, it's photoshopped in. So what the fuck are they wearing a mask?
Maybe the masks. Maybe the masks are photoshopped in for COVID protocol. Who knows?
The masks are photoshopped in. You can tell. Look,
Jesus.
You find out both of them got massive herpes fucking sores. They're just like, just put them in a mask. We can do it right now.
I'm expecting Buffer to make an announcement like that very shortly. The Motor City Cobras nominated Anthony Fowler, raging with Land Rover UK, who taking the complete piss out of me. Got a newish Range Rover Sport, had it 10 months, and the engine has went. A fault of theirs. They admitted liability, but only offered me 60% for a new engine, wanting 8k for me for a new one. Trust me. Someone in the comments said he should put a bit of CBD oil in the engines.
That's what I was thinking. I wonder are the mechanics of Land Rover just listeners to the pod and they're in there going, CBD, kid, fuck this cunt.
Every asshole who has unlimited, who has fucking exceptional funds and chooses to buy a fucking 12 fucking mile per hour to the gallon beast, they deserve to have bad shit happen to that vehicle. Like, what the fuck are you doing with a fucking Land Rover? Are you gonna go fucking rolling through the fucking hills, go through the dunes and rip it up this fucking weekend? Fuck off. You're gonna fucking drive it to a cafe.
Dunes of Merseyside.
Errol Spence driving.
Errol Spence, that's a guy who can probably appreciate a Land Rover. He just needs to take it to the right venue.
I just want to know, like if I'm like a famous professional boxer, I would be ashamed to admit I got the Range Rover Sport, like the cheap edition. Like, why can't you get the HSE, buddy? You know, come on.
This is Fowler now. He hasn't fought in a while.
He didn't get the big one.
I don't know, man. The CBD market is very competitive these days. You know what I mean?
Dave Caldwell's riding around in the newer version. Jake Winterbottom has nominated new J Sports Buzzer, who said that Shakur Stevenson is top 15 pound for pound fighter already. Here's a good one, Matty. Badu Jack, my fight with Jean Pascal is off as he tested positive for 3 different steroids. Only 3. I think we should give him the benefit of the doubt until we work out what's going on here.
B sample, baby. B sample.
Fuck this guy, dude. Fuck this guy.
Oh, B sample. We cannot hang him until we get the B sample.
I think the C, D, E, F, G sample as well, Andy. I don't think would clear that fella, to be honest.
I think they ought to exile him to Haiti. I think that's the only acceptable punishment at this point.
All he's going to do is get Dillian White's lawyer. That's all he's going to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Brian King is back with a vengeance. Nominated John Herndon for comparing Haney's fight with Linares to Mayweather Augustus, Ali versus Henry Cooper. Greg Cross has nominated Haney, saying he wasn't hurt. Nomination for Devon, he most definitely was hurt. Stephen Espinoza has been icing people. Parkology nominating this for back and forward with Hamza. I'm growing to like Espinoza and Heyman. I'm a bit of a Showtime shill. What about Brian King again? Jumping in here for Alex Arthur. Alex doesn't believe there's any drug usage going on. He thinks it's all going on in Russia, mate. A whole different world. I seriously doubt any in the UK amateur or pro are doping, in all honesty. So there you go. He would.
For fuck's sake!
They would love him
about this bridge, Alex. Give me a shout, man. I have some magic beans as well. Come on.
They would have loved him in the cycling community 15 years ago.
Good old Alex. This is one guy who could do with being in a community. Jamie Giles has been nominated by Martin Hurry. Jamie's tweeted in Ebony Bridges, and they're all up. I'm sure they are. Hashtag Tua fan. The Ebony Bridges. This is like your man in Alan Partridge, is that, you know, all the photos of Alan on the wall. Ebony Bridges, the Ebony Bridges room, Andy. Wouldn't like to go in there on a dark night.
That man masturbates in his hallway.
I was going to say, actually, he was nipping in for a quick one, you know.
Oh dear.
Hold on. Sorry, Steve.
Yes.
I know we're going late tonight. Don't skip past this. Sorry, I lost flight of that. Has a fella in the world got a fucking room dedicated to Ebony What's Her Face? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my fucking god, man! Oh my God. Well, look at. Call the fucking authorities right now and go to his back garden because there's someone in there. There's definitely fucking someone in there, or he's fucking. I don't know if he's gonna fucking, get some security on Ebony. Is he gonna fucking wear her skin as a fucking dress or something someday? I don't know. Like, this is not healthy. Like, you can't do that, man.
Things
like,
on my list here to ask
hell.
you about is you've got a massive tattoos on your legs. Yeah, tell us about the tattoos. All right, there they are. Oh, there we go.
Hey,
is there a link here? Is there a link?
Hey, Rob, that shrine to Ebony has to make you feel better about your salt and pepper posters and Queen Latifah era UNITY phase, right?
I was more of a Foxy Brown and a Lil Kim man myself back in the day. Yeah, fucking hell, man. This is a worse shrine than fucking David Berkowitz's one in his apartment.
It's your man in Alan Partridge. You'd be drinking coffee out of an aerial ball next to it, mate. Jed Maxwell, or whatever his name is. There you go. Jamie Giles. Jamie Giles,
who is about 5 months away from a restraining order.
You didn't see in the room as well. He just has a drawer full of socks he's after buying off Shannon Courtney.
Shannon Courtney socks. Leon the Canteen. I think it was Leon or somebody else nominated Lucas Brown. Anybody that looks so lovingly at a sausage roll minutes before they go into fight commands our respect.
That was a Paul Gallant fight. He was smashed in the Paul Gallant fight.
When did he get the HIV?
With off Sean Pascal, maybe. Rob, you sent this one to me.
Steve, that was good. Oh shit! On so many, that was an onion of a joke. There are layers.
Peel it away, Matthew. Peel it away. What's going on here, Rob?
No, I'm just saying. Look at this. Like, look, I know we kind of skip over this shit because we talk about it so much, but this is actually happening. Like, it's happening next Saturday on Showtime. Money May all day. Manjaros versus the YouTuber. I'm not a YouTuber. This is what I do. I kick ass for a living. You're going to find out this is a different level. Fella who's never had a fight in his life versus the greatest fighter of all time. Like, can we imagine, like, Sugar Ray Robinson fighting Cab Calloway or something? I don't know. Like, what's the equivalent to this? Like, Floyd Mayweather is fighting a lad off YouTube. Who next? Joe Rogan? I don't know. Like, what the fuck is going on? But this is on, and Americans are going to buy this in their throats. This could 2 million people on this planet could buy this next weekend. And right, I might be a fucking color me a COVID denier, but if this was a man-made plague sent to take some people out, take them. Take them.
What is the equivalent? What is the equivalent? It would have been like Jake LaMotta against Howard Cosell.
You're being extremely truculent.
Yeah, it'd be like Ali versus Cosell. Yeah,
that's too much of a size discrepancy.
The fucking toupee would be flying off ringside.
Our younger listeners having a fucking John who Howard Cosell is.
This is Howard Cosell, and it appears I'm about to get my ass kicked.
Mike Tyson versus Timmy Mallet, says Andrew Thicket.
Well, listen, whatever truculent means, if it's good, I'm that.
Dr. Dre against that talk show host. What was that chick's name?
I don't know.
D Barnes or something? No.
Yeah, there you go.
D Barnes.
Like, do we think that Floyd is just going to try to knock him out gently, or like, could this potentially could he kill this man?
I hope your man knocks him fucking sparko, man, for this fucking sake.
Imagine he takes Floyd's unbeaten record.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
Like, is Floyd gonna go 100% and like fucking kill the guy, or what? I mean, I'm just curious.
Or what if the brother's a banger, right? And shout out, this might be a niche reference, by the way, and a lot of people have mixed views on the guy, but I like him, and he's a mate of mine. But does anyone remember from back in the days in the boxing and the MMA community, Bloodstained Lane?
No.
He was a kind of a troll guy from New York where he used to troll MMA fighters, and he ended up fucking fighting some of them that, like, he had a kind of a stick, a machismo stick, and he used to do these boxing breakdown videos along with conspiracy stuff. He's a brilliant character, but he's found God now and he's on a different path. But a lot of people in the MMA community, like high up on the talk shows in the States and all, have compared Logan Paul to his shtick. Like, he's kind of, they don't know that he's not serious. Like, so he's, he's confronting fellas like Daniel Cormier, and they don't know that he's messing, like, or that he's playing a character. So it's not beyond the realms of possibility, and we're spending way too much time on this, but it's not beyond the realms of possibility that this kid stages a fucking brawl in the ring post-fight to set up the next pay-per-view. Like,
class.
So,
like a Riddick Bowe Galotta.
Yeah, got your hat. The fan man comes in, takes Floyd out of it, man. The whole fucking big security team jump on your man. It's going to happen. Like, so watch this space. We'll be here next Sunday breaking this shit down. Give us Bellew of the week.
I hope it looks like a 1990s Mike Tyson press conference.
100%. Make Floyd lose it completely. You know what, right? Here's the ring entrances. I'm going to set it. We're spending way too much time on this. I'm going to set it up for you. The ring entrances are, right? Floyd comes out, because you know the way he came out in the balaclava against Mayweather to tell the whole world that he was robbing the bank? This time he should wear a mask and a striped jumper and fucking have a big bag of swag and some of the girls from Girl Collection. And the Paul character should bring out the wife that Floyd beat up with him to the ring. So if you want pay-per-view money, bring me in Showtime. I'm available.
Talking about wife beatings, my missus has just texted me going, "What the fuck are you still doing down there?"
Text her back and tell her you're cry wanking.
Rob,
I might be in an hour's time in the spare room.
Rob, I just got this vision it's basically the equivalent of
cry wanking.
It's basically the equivalent of the Prince Naz entrance with on Halloween night, except it would have like all the women who accused Floyd of hitting him.
He's got to do it.
Like when Trump brought in all of Clinton's...
And then
I need to piss badly by Jesus Christ.
Final one, Andy. Andy, give us a lead into this one. It's from the Porkster. What's going on here with the Porkster?
Oh, mate, this needs to get played in its entirety, but this was accidental value of its highest quality. This was so funny. Unintentionally, it was fucking glorious. Steve,
now, I have to warn you, they cut you off after a certain time, so we get about 1 minute and 10, so you might have to fill in the gaps. But anyway, here we go, Andy.
Okay.
So this is the Porkster in action.
Oh. Go in here. Get my kids something. Let's drive through a bit. Last time I come here, I left my kids upstairs, didn't I? Drove off. I'm sure there's something I've forgot. This will be interesting, won't it? Porky at drive-through. Hey up. Oh, this is not good, is it? Yeah, I'll have a double espresso and I want 2 of them white chocolate cookies for my kids. Yeah, that'll do.
Hi, love, what can I get you?
Oh, I thought you were already talking to me, love. Oh.
No, that would have been over headset, sorry about that, love.
Alright, I want, I forgot what I want now. Oh, yeah, you know...
Go on, Russ.
So he cut it out there, right? So basically, he went in and asked for a double espresso and 2 white chocolate chip cookies, right? It was the other fucking intercom was talking to him. So the intercom asked him, what do you want? He says, I forgot what I want. I says, just give me a double latte. So the kids go, fuck all, he got a latte, the drink he never fucking wanted. And it was that, and to top it off, it cost him like £1.60, right? He asked for a fucking receipt to make sure he was getting bumped off.
Go on, Russ. Write that shit off on taxes, baby.
Shout out to Ross, man. That was good stuff from him this week. Good lad, Ross. Good lad. Right. So, any nominations from you, Andy? Ross aside?
Yeah, I've got one for Teofimo Lopez. Just basically clout chasing on the back end of Josh Taylor's victory last week. You know how we were all saying after he beat Lomachenko, we had Garcia and all that ilk saying they're all clout chasing, trying just basically bandwagon and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, this little bitch comes out and says, basically says, I'm going to fight Josh Taylor, but I'm not going to fight him in the UK. Not because I don't believe I could beat him in the UK. It's just that I can see how much animosity there is over there about folks caring if I'm undisputed or not at 135. So I could just see a lot of favouritism over there in his favour. I'm like, dude, you're doing exactly what happened to you, what these guys were doing. Now you're like Clout chasing Taylor. You're talking about he's got no balls. He's running from you. He's just literally won a fight. He's took care of business. You take care of your business, then we can step forward and talk about it. But it's just...
Why can't they meet in the middle and go to Iceland like fucking Fisher and that Russian dude in the 70s?
That kid, though, that kid's just doing my nothing. He's like sandpaper on nipples, by that's what he's
Well,
like.
he said there's a lot of animosity in Scotland. He was just looking at the fucking Rangers fans fighting each other after they won the title. That's all it was. He just saw a clip on Twitter. He doesn't know what's going on.
To be fair, isn't Edinburgh like the stabbing capital of Europe?
No, that's Glasgow. Edinburgh's a heroin taking capital of Europe.
Right on. So
too many titles.
Country. Why not want independence? Why not keep these riches to yourself, Andy? Why not? You got the oil, the heroin, the stabbings, and the whiskey. Fuck the rest. They can eat your ass.
Fuck the rest. WBA getting involved with this Pacquiao-Thurman fight, mate. Basically saying that initially the plan was for you guys to fight Pacquiao. Mendoza told the Boxing Voice, aka Nesta the Grass. But now the Spence fight was announced. Sean Gibbons, who represents Manny, has written a letter requesting that WBA super title be on the line. We're working on it. There's a very high probability of it. No fucking doubt. It has to be run through the championship committee and voted before being taken to the president. So this is the president of WBA talking about, and he's through the committee, get voted on before it gets passed back to him to okay it. Guys, this is getting passed, vetoed, whatever way you want to call it. This fucking belt is getting re-sanctioned. Don't you worry about that. Mentioned Porky and that was fucking brilliant. I mean, that's the type of content you need when you're feeling kind of low, actually. Fuck me, man. That was fucking tremendous stuff, mate. So that's all I've got this week. I could put Eddie Hearn in as well, just for his bitch and his cry wanking and that, but it's just, he's an easy target this week, to be honest with you. Shout out to John Fury as well, by for basically calling it a wee bit.
Steve, do it.
What?
Cry like a little
John
bitch.
Fury. You're John Fury.
Oh, John. I'm a fighting man.
Contracts don't get signed. I can't do it. I can't fucking listen to what I'm do.
Born from a small to be fighting. I'm a fighting man. I smoke 40 fags a day.
The John Fury truth to her.
Yeah, I think he might have burned the bridge with the fucking. He's accusing his son of having yes men in the camp. Well, I know Sugar Hill, and I know I met him a lot of times, and I would say he's a straight up dude. I don't know. There seems to be a lot of people in the entourage there, and living the life. He's certainly not down in Miami acting like Tony Montana. So maybe Big John is onto something there. Like Peter Fury said it too. Wiley's back training.
Can also
looks like a stitch up.
I'm going to put Hate and Bomb as up for a nomination as well, Steve. Look at the state of that cunt in the chat there. This is the guy who fucking messages me all the time and that asking about how much it is for the Patreon subscription, right? Talks about us being bitter towards Lopez and it just drops it off. Tia female batters Taylor. Off his fucking pat him in there. See how it goes. Lopez thinks he's fucking more edgy than what he actually thinks he is. He's just a fucking emotional.
I think the dad's a bad influence on him, to be honest.
Emotionally, highly strung kid whose dad has got him on fucking edge and on eggshells. He can't even talk trash, man. Can't even talk trash with the fucking best of them. So he's just shut the fuck up and fight.
Well, I'm gonna even it up for Hatim Bomb on my nomination, right? Because mine is for Loma, who was on the ESPN broadcast last week. I don't know if this was covered already, but the guy goes from Joe Vasily, you've Olympics, rah, 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 rah. You've had a chance to look back at the Lopez fight. Do you see it any different now? And you think Loma's going to do this big U-turn, but he's looking at him like, did you fucking just ask me that question? And he goes, it was a draw. So Loma thinks that fight was a draw. I think he lost it, but quite clearly. But look, good to see he hasn't lost the needle and he's back against that guy that gave Lopez kittens, isn't he? So we'll see what he looks like in the shake-up.
Exactly. Matt, any nominations from you?
Yeah, on the telecast last night, they said that Jukumbayev, speaking about Jukumbayev, I can't remember they didn't mention the guy's name, but the Kazaki national trainer said that he is better than Golovkin. The Kazakh national trainer he gets my nomination for thinking that Jukumbayev is better than Golovkin.
Good nomination from you, Matthew. Any nominations from you, Dominic?
Yes, Steve just won Mauro Ranallo for his entire commentary on the Nonito Donaire fight. It's just ridiculous commentary, and I suppose as well, if you ever look at the social media of these people like Teofimo and Devin Haney, it's been doing my head in. You know, these one line quotes on their Twitter feeds, like "Your enemies hate you, but it's all fuel." And it's like it's the most
Tank Davis, who's just sold his fucking sitting room table for fuel.
It's just tragic. So it is. It's the most millennial guff that you could ever. It's awful.
Happy love that term, by the way, millennial guff. Love that shit.
Millennial guff. Bit of millennial guff from Dominic. Donnie, any nominations?
I actually liked, and I'm not a big Mauro Ranallo fan, but I liked his commentary last night. But it was
I like Mauro too.
Father time gotta hold off.
Mauro had me on his podcast back in the day, and I asked him to come on this podcast, and he said yes. But then I think he listened to us, and he went, listen. So again, Rob Beach and Mauro Ranallo, I can't get you. I'm looking for you, baby. Mamma mia.
He strikes me as the type of guy who never comes out of character, Bob. You could imagine the wife like, would you like sausages, Mauro? Yes, I definitely would. Thank you.
All joking aside, he did a lot for me, man. He picked up on the Canelo Alvarez song he did, and he put it everywhere. Like he had like WWF lads listening to it and all, and fucking had me on his pod and all. So he was a top man. But I think he when I invited him on and I told him who we were, I think he listened and then he went missing. So Mauro, you're welcome back anytime. Mamma mia.
Value the weight
when
nomination
you
for
consider
Mauro.
that somebody has spent a good portion of their life in professional wrestling and then won't come on here, that tells you all you need to know.
Right, yes, we're going to finish up now. There's a couple of bladders here which are under extreme pressure. Come on, we can do it. We can do it.
Me, Steve's done almost 2.5 fucking hours here. You two fucking prop up.
3.5?
3.5 hours.
What about
me?
In after 1 hour
and do 2.5 hours of fucking slackers.
It's all right for you, Matty. It's still 11 o'clock in the morning over there.
At least Rob's in the field, though. He can pull his cock out behind a bush up there and have a piss, you know.
That's what I'm after doing loads of times, man. I do be checking to see is the camera on, because you know what I mean. That's a different R. Kelly territory. I don't want to get into.
Another YouTube ban coming up.
It's a different R. Kelly shit.
I like Total Crime, naturally. I like the Cashier one as well, but it's got to be one man for me. It's got to be the main man. Funny, no one said this after you blasted 2 unbeaten heavyweights a few months before me. No one, apart from you, Tone. It's Tony for me this week. Who are you going for, Andy?
I'm going to go for Porky, mate. That was unintentionally hilarious as fuck, by the way. Sometimes he comes out with stuff he just doesn't even know how funny he is, but that was quality. I mean, he say the fucking cashier that, can I get 2 white chocolate cookies for my kids? Like, you need to give a fuck about your kids, mate. And then it just, not so much. Fucking double espresso, 2 white chocolate chip cookies, and then orders a latte. Fuck all for the kids. And then leaves the kids upstairs as well in a previous visit. Did ask for a receipt for the coffee. Make sure he's getting bumped off at £1.99, whatever the fucking it was for a coffee. Fucking brilliant.
1 for Tone then, and 1 for Porky. Who are you going for this week, Matty?
Oh, I'm going for the ring announcer that announced the gal as a cashier. That's pretty fucking classic.
That was a good one. Who are you going for, Rob?
I think we're going to split the decision this week. The judges are going to be dodgier than I'm not going to. Anyway. But I have to go for the fella who has the fucking Ebony. Is it Bridges? Is that her name? Ebony Bridges?
Yeah, Jamie Giles.
You're just dedicating too many wanks, man. Spread it about a bit. You know, there's J-Lo's and Obanovs and all. You don't have to fucking have an entire room. You know, that's too much, man. They fucking have to investigate this fella. I'm serious. Get the fucking police to this fella's door with some fucking Alsatians to see what they can fucking turn up, because this is not right. Like, so yeah, this fella's getting his Ebony Bridges shrine room. A room in his house. Imagine he brought a bar back to that house, man. What was he thinking if she went into that room?
I bet it looks like a Jackson Pollock painting if you throw a black light on it.
Abstract asylum. Yeah, so the
Oh,
UV
dear.
light room is getting it from me this week.
Oh, good stuff, bud. Good stuff indeed. Donald, who are you going for?
Yeah, the guy with the ebony bridges, Spank Bank.
Ooh, 2 for Jimmy Giles here.
Late winner. John Giles' brother didn't turn out well for him.
Okay, Dominic, who are you going for? You could be settling it here for us.
I can't settle it, Steve, because I have to go for Porky.
Oh, 2 for Porky, 2 for Jamie Giles.
It's a split draw.
Split draw. I thought Tony was nailed on. Congratulations, Jamie. Congratulations, Porky. You are the joint Bellew of the Week winners for episode 45.
Never won a belt from a champion.